From the proposed idea of Allegro School of Music coming to Burke High School, to Cheryl Swinton serving as the executive principal for Simmons-Pinckney and Burke High School, Tony Lewis sits down with me one-on-one for this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. Well, Tony, it is so good to see you again.
Good to see you again, brother.
Likewise, sir. So here we sit in downtown Charleston, and just blocks away at the Charleston County School District.
Yes, sir.
You know, the Charleston County School Board basically put aside the agenda for the Allegro School of Music, which is proposed to be at the Burke High School location. When you think of that, what sticks out to you?
Well, years ago, last year, so I know that was going to be coming to the forefront because I spoke to some folks came to us and talked about. They was talking about how the enrollment was down at Burke, and they saw the opportunity was there. Then all the key players were there to help bring this to the forefront.
Wow. As you know, discussions have been going on about this for a long time. And according to school leaders who told Channel 5 this, the partnership will allow both school students to benefit from cross-programming and additional resources. So what resources are you looking for?
Again, they're saying resources, but why Burke ain't got the resources they need now? Why you got to bring another school in here, and especially a charter school on this campus? See, a year or two ago, they were trying to make Burke a charter. So see, this is the key components, the key players all to the table to bring in the charter school. When you look around, Burke will be nothing to move out of the way. Okay? Because they tried to put charter in there last year before last, and I stopped them myself, right in 75 Calvin Street. When Mike Bobby was the acting superintendent with his staff and his hearing and all that was down there. Yeah.
You talk about the key components and key players. Who are those people in your mind?
Well, I know the key players is, here you got a consultant, Dr. Barbara Delegard, alumni of Burke High School, but you should have the best interests of Burke High School from day one. If you're so much alumni and so die-hard of alumni of Burke High School, you don't want to bring a charter school because here you go again. Academic magnet was on that campus. That didn't work out. Right. That left. See? Because the parents didn't want their kids to interact with the black students. White parents didn't want their kids to interact with the black students. That's what it was.
Wow. As a matter of fact, board members Reverend Chris Collins, Michael Middle, and Kevin Hollenshed basically voiced their concerns during the presentation. Hollenshed actually said this: Allegro is going to take Burke over completely. Is that even possible?
Yeah, because that's the plan. You decrease the enrollment more as you putting our scholars out of the door. The more you put the kids out, expulsion, then the enrollment go down in here. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing in here. The charter can fall right on in.
So who do you think that will this actually benefit in your mind?
Not those little black scholars. I can tell you that. It'll be Allegro scholars and the parents, because the census is that white folks don't want their kids to go to that school because of black kids. But they're so sad that they think that way. Because this is a world, they got to understand, this world we living in, we must get along with each other. And in this world, that's what it is. It's like a rainbow. Now, this world is a rainbow.
And Hollenshed actually said this too: I need to make sure that my folks in my neighborhood are protected, that we don't sell our people out, that this is in the best interest of what's best for them. So what is best for those students at Burke right now?
Again, when I went and spoke to Dr. Nancy McGinty about putting trade there in Burke High School, that would have been the key component to successful students. Because then you work in this brain and these hands now. Because all kids are not going to go to college. And all buildings you see, you look around, that's how buildings going up. Sure. You know, robots putting those buildings up, people putting those buildings. Sure. So these young men and young women scholars can learn trades that they can carry them out in the working world. And see, and be successful. And be an early entrepreneur at the same time. Not only that, bringing in their own friends and other folks in the neighborhoods to be a part of their job fair, their jobs, that they learn to be early entrepreneurs. Because you go and look and see Burke had everything in the name. Now these guys are businessmen out here doing their jobs. Right. You know, and a bunch of them are retired, got plenty of money, you know, living good. You know, so I think that was the key component of having trade put back in Burke, because you had bricklayers, plumbers, electricians, you had the whole 9 yards. And I think that would have been a great fit and a great marriage, having Burke on that campus, that trade on that campus.
Let me stay with Burke High School, because as you know, Cheryl Swinton is now the principal for Simmons-Pinckney, your beloved Simmons-Pinckney Middle, as well as Burke High School. And she came in with a lot of fanfare. When you think of Cheryl Swinton, how would you describe her as principal?
Well, I haven't had the chance to sit down and engage with her yet. But I told her when I saw her on Saturday, I would like to sit down and engage with you, find out what your views is about coming in. Because see, she came from Mondo. Hey, well, why you got to come bring somebody all the way from Mondo High School when you had qualified candidates? Blondell Jackson was a fine candidate. She could have ran that school, see? And then she's a, you know, slash C.A. Brown, you know, alumni, but all now are inclusive at Burke. Alumni of C.A. Brown students and scholars, kids are there. So I think she would have the best interests of these kids, these scholars.
And who are those other candidates in your mind?
Well, you had plenty of people. You had Miss C.D. Brown. She could have done a great job. And she was assistant principal, and she implemented a curriculum in there, in that school, you know, in Burke High School. So I think she could have done a great job too. And I'm proud of all these African American females who could have stepped in there and played that major role. You know, here we got a woman superintendent. Why we couldn't have a woman, one of these young ladies from Burke, who was this candidate at Burke High School? Why we got to go all the way across the bridge and bring somebody in from across the bridge to come here and run our school? When you got folks right here who knows how to run that school. And my thing is, have an executive principal. I don't understand that you have to oversee everybody. And that's like a plantation to me. And I'm going to be honest with it. Because you talking about executive principal over there, seeing everybody. Hold up. These people can run their own schools. They don't need nobody to govern their schools and run their schools. And they got to report too.
What is the state of Burke High School in your mind right now?
I think it's in chaos. Curriculum-wise, the parents are not inclusive. The African American parents are not inclusive, and I like to see that. And I like to make this call out to challenge the Dr. Postaway and those 9 board members and her staff to make sure all these parents are inclusive. These African American parents are inclusive, because that's their investment over there in the community future over there at Burke High School. Another thing I like to see again, we do something that football field over there. Stony Field. It's been sitting there for a long time.
And you said you don't want no more patching?
No repair, no Band-Aid. A brand new stadium like you give everybody else. Look at North Charleston get ready to get a stadium for 4 schools out there. Okay? And I have Burke Stony Field still sitting there. You know, they're playing games with Burke High School scholars and the parents in the community. You know, and as I said to them again, it could be a great asset to the community by putting that football field there, a track around it that folks can walk around it, be fit and trim and safe at the same time. Include inside a building, inside a fenced-in yard. Don't have to ride no cars or nothing hitting them. You know, take advantage of that.
And I know that, you know, prior to this interview, you told me you're still basically banned from coming on to the Charleston County School.
And I could put posters to Dr. Postaway and her 9 board members and this attorney. How do you put an elected official on trespassing? How do you put an elected official on trespassing? I'd like to ask that question.
Any other questions you would like to ask her?
Oh yeah, I'd like to know what's her views for Burke High School and what's her plans. Because you got folks sitting there plot things. Yeah, they sit and plot things. And I've seen it. I've seen it around me every day. I see plotting, planning going on. But African American inclusive? No. And another thing about this public education, It's a system that was set up to fail black students. Okay? Because it's a part of Willie Lynch's system. And it was a professor on Facebook. She said the public school system was set up to fail black kids. That's what she said. Yeah.
Tony Lewis, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.